Multiliteracies, the many paths to literacy in early childhood. The increasing importance of technology in daily life requires early childhood educators to rethink literacy pedagogies for the digital age. Freebody and Luke argue that this involves print-based classrooms and teaching environments, shifting towards blending the teaching of popular, digital and multimediated cultures with more traditional and long-standing approaches to teaching basic reading, literature and handwriting. The implication for early childhood literacy educators, then, is to incorporate technology in the classroom to connect their students to literacy learning in meaningful ways that capitalise on their familiarity and existing capabilities with that technology. This has led to the development of the pedagogy of multiliteracies, which considers and incorporates the variety of literacy experiences that children engage in on a daily basis. The pedagogy of multiliteracies, first introduced by the New London Group in 1996, repositioned reading, writing, speaking and listening to include the ways in which individuals make sense of multimedia, its various symbols and forms. The term multiliteracies encapsulates electronic, digital, print-based, visual and technoliteracies. As Hill points out, children are increasingly exposed to communication tools and situations that are multimodal rather than exclusively linguistic. From this perspective, traditional approaches to literacy teaching and learning are inadequate for the multiple modes in which people make meaning today and requires expansion to include the teaching of what Hill terms new functional grammars that consider linguistic, visual, audio, gestural and spatial aspects of text. In the Australian curriculum English, the importance of multiliteracies pedagogy is evident. The Australian Curriculum Assessment and Reporting Authority, ACARA, defines literacy experiences as involving students in listening to, reading, viewing, speaking, writing and creating oral, print, visual and digital texts and using and modifying language for different purposes in a range of contexts. The imperative for incorporating multiliteracies in an ever-changing digital world is clear. The challenge then is for educators to incorporate this in the classroom. In multiliteracies pedagogy, learning is situated in children's experiences with the teacher explicitly instructing students in the metalanguage of texts. The cultural context of the text is explored before students themselves apply this knowledge to new contexts. Learning episodes incorporate a variety of multimodal texts that value and draw on children's diverse social and cultural experiences, home and community literacies, and familiarity with popular media. As Luke and Freebody have noted, successful literacy learning relies heavily on access and apprenticeship into institutions, resources, discourses, and texts. This includes texts that are digital and multimodal in nature. G argues that children who are multiliterate users of popular media may find that traditional approaches to literacy learning exclude or underutilise the formats with which they have most affinity, causing them to disengage from learning. It is therefore imperative to tap into these formats to enhance student engagement and skill students who may not have access to such experiences with technology at home in becoming critical multiliterate text handlers. Educators can no longer rely on print-based approaches to literacy teaching and learning, nor is it appropriate to overlook the overwhelming influence technology has on people's daily lives. Multiliteracies pedagogy blends traditional approaches to literacy teaching and learning with the technology of now to create meaningful links between the curriculum and children's lived experiences to equip them to become successful members of multiliterate society.